Hello everybody, this is the Three Lotus Tarot, and today we're going to do a pick a card reading. What we're going to ask our spirit guides is about messages or advice and guidance that they have for us during this period of the Mercury Retrograde. We're going to use the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck for our main reading, as well as close off with some cards from the Everyday Witch. So I've already got three charms out for us today, number 1, number 2 and number 3, and I've placed them on these little resin trays or resin plates so that we can see them better. So let's go ahead and get the 3 piles for y'all to choose from. Okay, I'm so grateful that you're back here again today, and I hope that you have subscribed to my channel if you like my readings. And let's really go ahead and get pile 1. Let's give a little show here. The 9 of Wands, number 1. And then for pile number 2, the Wheel of Fortune, pile number 2. And pile number 3, the Empress. Wow, card number 3 for pile number 3, the Empress. Okay, so take your time, reflect on the cards and see which one pulls you the most, or number 1, number 2, number 3. And when you're ready, go to the timestamps in the description box below and proceed with your reading. Hi, pile number 1. You've chosen the card, the 9 of Wands, or at least this is the card that's called to you today. So the Mercury Retrograde is a period that's already started with us here. It started on April the 21st and it will last until May 14th. So a lot of times the understanding of the Mercury Retrograde is that it is a period of delays, of confusion, of plans going awry, things not happening the way that we wanted them to or that we planned them to. Communications may also be misinterpreted, or just a lot of mischief going on in the universe. So what we'd like to do today, pile 1, is to get some advice from our spirit guides to see how we can pass this period, April 21st to May 14th, in the easiest, simplest, most peaceful way, the less disruptive it is, I guess, the better for us. Yeah. Okay, so I don't really study the planetary alignments, but the thing is, I had something crazy happen to me. I twisted my ankle recently, and I realized that it was inside of this period of the Mercury Retrograde. So I thought, maybe this is a call for me to also share some readings with you guys on how we can get through this period safe and sound, without misunderstandings, without too much craziness. Okay, so let's ask our spirit guides. Spirit guides from pile 1, what advice do you have for us on how we can proceed through the Mercury Retrograde? What advice can we get for this period of this Mercury Retrograde? What can we do? What advice can we get from our spirit guides, angels, and our higher selves for pile 1 for the period of the Mercury Retrograde? Okay, let's proceed with these cards first. Yeah, so we do have the Page of Swords, and then the Knight of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Four of Cups, as well as the Seven of Cups. Okay, I see this very clearly. So a lot of cups, pile one. Okay, this may also be indicative of how you have been feeling recently, or since the period of the Mercury retrograde. You know, maybe you've been doing a lot in life, in your 3D world, whether it's been tough or whether it's been stressful. You have been doing a lot and you're like feeling, wow, you know, when is this going to end? I am beaten up, or I am stressed out, or I can't wait for this to be over, or a period of rest to come. So this may be what you're feeling. But the main thing that I see our spirit guides advising us is that to take it slow. First of all, the Page of Swords is advising us to have clarity. Don't be too muddled in our heads. We may be young. We may let's have a fresh look at life. Let's take a fresh look at life. You know, let's get out of the energy of I've been doing this too long, I'm tired. Let's try to clear that out. And in this period until May the 14th, let's just try to relax and have a little bit more clarity. Try to get more clarity in our life. Use our thoughts. Maybe sit in our thoughts a little bit. Try to figure out a time of quiet to use our intellect and get to thinking about, okay, what is happening here? Is there anything else I need to work on to improve on myself? Because now is not the time to be going all out and executing plans. Mercury retrograde time is not the best time for that, because we've mentioned it, right? Plans go awry. So maybe now sit back. You are maybe starting a new plan. Think about how you want to have things go, or how you may want to plan things. Just don't execute anything yet. After that, we also see a lot of cups. Okay, we have the Three of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups stands out very strongly for me. The Knight of Cups is the slowest moving knight in the deck. So I see this as our spirit guides advising us to take things slow. So even when you're using your brains, even when you're trying to think things through and make decisions, just be somewhat chill about it. Don't rush through things. So take it slow and chill. I think is the main thing that we want to see. Even if you're going out and spending time with friends, maybe just have some, frivolous fun, laugh, have some cheer. Don't overdo anything. Don't overdrink. Don't over imbibe. Don't overindulge. Don't let your mouth get away from you in times when you're spending friendly gatherings with friends or with family. Don't let your mouth get away with you too. Just try to keep everything on a balanced keel. If you can even be just at home and having a quiet drink with your partner or your friends, just a small group, like a few people. It doesn't have to be a big group. Like I said, don't overdo things during the time of Mercury retrograde, right? Spend some time alone is also good. Spending time alone, looking at what's happened in life. Maybe do a little bit of self-reflection. This could also be a good time when, the Four of Cups is a card that tells us that we have our attention fixed on something that's in front of us, but maybe we don't see something that the universe or divine is giving to us. So it could be a card that tells you you're not seeing the whole picture, or you choose not to see the whole picture. So if this could be a good time for you to sit down and reflect, because it's a time when, you know, being quiet can be helpful for you. Not overdoing things can be helpful for you. So you could take this time to sit down and look at what's happening in your life. Maybe see, you know, are there new opportunities? Is there anything else you want to do? Is there other stuff that you want to pursue and achieve or try out? You can explore your mind and your heart in this period of time. And who knows, maybe inspiration could come to you. You know, so don't close yourself off. And hey, man, the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups can be about you having a lot of options. When I first saw this card, way at the beginning of my tarot reading times, when I first saw this card, it was to me the card of so many options. So many options, not just building castles in the air, because this card, there's some readers who have that feel from this card of it being building castles in the air, you know, like fantasy and illusion. But for me, this card has always been about having so many options to choose from. Like the world is your oyster. You could do anything you wanted because they're all there available for you to pick from. So in this time, your spirit guides, Power 1, could be telling you to just take things slow. Maybe have you can have some good times with friends, or have a little bit of cheer, but do take things in a fun manner. Don't take things too seriously, because I think in this whole period of time, when communication can really misalign and be misunderstood, just take it as a free and easy time. Don't place too much weight or significance on what somebody says and get angry or get slighted. And you yourself should also be careful to not run away with your mouth or run away with your emotions. Okay, so we can see there's a lot of quietness in the reading here today for you, Power 1. A lot of quietness, maybe also because you've had that long stretch of work or stress. I think this is a welcome time for you to just be quiet. You can make new plans, put some things in order, I would say, reflect, relook at your life or things that you want to do or decisions that you want to make. Just have a preliminary exploration into those areas. Don't put any concrete plans into place. Don't sign any contracts, sign subscriptions like, yeah, I'm going to go, exercise 3 hours a day every day at the gym. I'm going to go sign up for the most expensive gym membership there is. You can think about it. You can look at your life and feel, hey, I've not been as active as I should be for the good of my health, or for the the health of my joints, etc. Perhaps I should go exercise. Look at different options for exercise. I can join a gym. I can use YouTube videos. I can do some Pilates. I can do this and that. But don't go and sign on a contract membership, for example. Okay. The world is your oyster. When you take a look, when you take that quiet sit down and take a look about what are potentials, you could see that there are so many things that are open to you. Even perhaps, hobbies or opportunities or new things that you never thought about. Maybe even something as simple as like, hey, I could reorganize my bookshelf in this way. It could just be something simple like that, which is perfectly fine, because the period of the Mercury retrograde it's not a period of really going out there and doing big things or things that have a big impact to your life or a lasting impact. So let's take it slow. Let's take it fun. Don't let things get out of hand from yourself, and don't put too much significance on what other people may say or do, because we know it is the period that maybe like there's a lot of mischief and a lot of mischief and a lot of things that could go woohoo, aha, gremlins come into play. Okay, so this is what we see from the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck for you, pile 1. And let's take a look at the Everyday Witch deck and see what are some activities that pile 1 can do to spend this time. What pile 1 can do, anything in particular that pile 1 can focus on to do during the Mercury retrograde. Perfecto. Okay, so we have the 9 of Cups. Let's just sit in our thoughts, in our feelings. Have a calm, slow walk by the beach if you can. Go out into nature. Let nature replenish you. Now's the time for an energy like this. And I think it's really apt for you, pile 1, because if you have been in the energy of the 9 of Wands, you do need this. 9 of Cups. And 9 of Cups on its own as a card, it means that you've reached that stage of wellness, of status, of abundance. Okay, that's what it usually means. But I see here intuitively, I see that our guides are telling us that we should be taking this Mercury retrograde time to breathe in, fill our lungs with air, and just relax, just slow down. Okay, what's next? 10 of Cups. Beautiful. See, the simple pleasures of life. Don't do anything too taxing, too much of a big impact, too much of a lasting impact, permanence. Just do the simple things in life, okay? But go out into nature, because nature does have that very healing, rejuvenating quality. And in this day and age, when we spend so much time with technology and social media and videos and TV, Netflix, etc., going out into nature and just enjoying the simple pleasures of life with friends, with family, is beautiful. Okay, and it's going to refresh you a lot. The Ace of Pentacles. Yes. Have a fresh outlook in life, a fresh start. Just restart. See, again, nature. Go out, walk barefoot in the grass, in the sand, feel connected. King of Swords. King of Swords, a lot of intellect, a lot of clarity. You can plan, you can read, you can go research. Just don't need to make it so strong a deal, or so big a deal. Also the Queen of Pentacles, again in nature. So out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards that we have from the Everyday Witch deck about what we can do during the Mercury retrograde, like specific actions that we can do along the lines of what we were shown from the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, is 1, 2, 3, 4, go out in nature. spend some time in nature, breathe the fresh air, feel the sunlight on your skin, on your eyes, breathe in the fresh air, watch the sunrise, play about out there. Okay, only one card tells you, like, if you really need to use your mind for something, yeah, you can go ahead and read some books or research if you have something that you need to find out information about, but only one. Generally, it is about being outside, even if you're not doing anything outside, just sitting there and hearing the birds, hearing the, what you call that, like those, I don't know, cicadas. Having maybe your pets play about your feet, just being alone and being quiet. I think there's a lot of good that can come from being quiet in your own space. That is very healing. So with that, pile 1, I really hope that you'll move from the energy of the 9 of Wands into these energies, and especially helpful for you during the period of the Mercury retrograde, April 21st to May 14th. But all in all, remember, it is a time you can use to reflect and to think. Let's not place too much importance on how much we want to say, and not place too much importance on what others say to us, because of the potential for miscommunication in this period. And try to really get in a lot of nature bathing. And that will soothe your soul and help you get through the Mercury retrograde beautifully. So with that, I wish you a peaceful time during the Mercury retrograde, Power 1. Thank you for being here with me. I hope that this reading has helped you, and if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Please feel free to leave a comment down below. I love reading through all your comments, and if you want to see more videos like this one, do subscribe. 3 Lotus Tarot, and until the next time I see you, bye. Hi guys, hi pal 2. You have chosen the Wheel of Fortune, or at least it's chosen you. It seems like this is a period of change for you. The wheel may have finished one turn or is finishing its one turn, and there is a big change that is coming to you. This is a change that the universe is effecting, and it may be a culmination of the actions and decisions that you've made in the past that has brought this change upon you. It can be a very positive change, it can be a very big change, it may also sometimes be a change that you're not ready for. It may be a change that causes a bit of an upheaval in your life, mainly because humans just don't like change that much, right? But if you approach it in a positive manner and see it as a event from the universe that helps move you on in the right direction for your higher good, you'll be in good hands. Okay, so part 2, we're going to ask your spirit guides today what advice they have for you during the Mercury retrograde period of April 21st to May 14. My guides from the universe, light and source, angels, and my higher self. What can we advise pile 2 about during the period of the Mercury retrograde? Pile 2, what advice do you have? What advice you have for pile 2 during the Mercury retrograde? advice do you have? Okay, so let's proceed with these cards first. Pile 2. First of all, we've got the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands in traditional tarot means conflict. Okay, a conflict of the minds, a conflict between people regarding opinions, decisions. But the Five of Wands for me always looks like a boy band. When I first saw this card a long time ago, it reminded me of a boy band that was not about like really terrible fights and differences of opinion. It was more like, you know, there's a band of people that at the end of the day want to head towards one goal, but they may have different ways of getting to the goal. They may have different ways that they think they can get to the goal with. But at the end of the day, they will come together and decide on the best path or the best hybrid path to get to the goal. So firstly, the Five of Wands is very, very, I guess, symbolic of the Mercury retrograde, because it is a time for potential conflict. It is a time for potential misunderstanding, gaps in communication. You may be saying something, people just don't understand you, or like, you know, there's this grouchy feeling that, you know, even if I kind of knew you didn't mean it in a bad way, I want to take it in a bad way. So yep, the Five of Wands, the Empress, beautiful, especially coming after the Five of Wands. The Fool, as well as the Page of Pentacles. I see. Okay, so pile 2 with the Wheel of Fortune, I want to say that the Fool is really giving you that fresh change, that fresh direction, that fresh lease on life, or, you know, new thing that's happening. The Wheel of Fortune and the Fool, so apt. And this may be the time when, you know, things or plans that you had fall apart, because it is the Mercury retrograde. Plans that you had change or cannot happen anymore, and there is a new way to be, or a new way to go, or a new opportunity. And you may not know this, but it may happen this way, this exact way, because this change is meant to happen for you, because of your Wheel of Fortune has finished one turn and is now bringing a next phase of life for you. Wow, this is beautiful. So you would never imagine the Mercury retrograde, you know, creating havoc with your plans, your, you know, perhaps very well made plans, perhaps put in place for a very long time already, and to now it just went broken apart to give you something new. Or making you have to think in a different way, have to, you know, think on your feet, do something else altogether. That is beautiful. A beautiful message, I would say, for the Mercury retrograde, which people seem to have a lot of fear about, you know, just because there is that potential for crossed wires. Okay, and now that I see it, it could even be that this Five of Wands, you know, is happening with the retrograde, like giving you, like maybe different people telling you different things or giving you different options. It could be that too, so that you can choose on what is the best new start I would advise also though that whilst there may be a new start for you, if there are options, if there are differences in opinion, just take your time. Don't decide for real on anything in particular yet. Just take a look at all your options, listen to the different opinions, and then after the Mercury retrograde, you can make your decision. Okay, I think that there is a big potential for you making a great decision, just because it is already the end of a cycle for you, and the universe is giving you a new start with the Fool. And with the Empress card coming into your reading, pile 2, I see it as a indication that it's going to be a fruitful, happy, abundant time for you, because the Empress symbolizes all that. You know, she's the mother, she's the divine feminine, she brings life to the world. So I believe that this new change for you, this opportunity that the Mercury retrograde throwing apart your plans brings you, at the end of the day, the decision that you make going forward would be something that nurtures you, something that births for you a wonderful new period in your life, full of abundance and happiness and color and vibrancy. Look at the colors in this card: yellow, red, green. You know, it's just beautiful, and a lot of nature also, because the Empress is divine feminine that is so closely tied to Mother Earth. Yeah. And with the Page of Pentacles, you may be getting some sort of communication, whether to tell you that your plans have gone awry, or to give you new options. You know, it could be something as simple as, hey, the new phone that you ordered, we don't have the color that you wanted in stock anymore, so perhaps you can have some other colors that you can choose from. So it could be a notification, it could be an email, something that tells you about the change that has to happen, or the plans that have gone awry. And then it could also be the giving you the options going forward. Okay, let's see what else we have for pile 2. Okay, guys from the universe, light, the source, angels, and my higher self. What other advice do we have for pile 2? What advice do we have for pile 2 during the Mercury retrograde? So a lot of cards came out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's run through them. Okay, we've got the 3 of Pentacles, we've got the, let's see, we've got the 9 of Wands. Yep, you may have been making these plans for a long time now, and you've spent a lot of effort making these plans, probably. The Knight of Wands, the 6 of Cups, sorry, the 6 of Cups, as well as the 4 of Cups. Some similar energies with pile 1 and even pile 3, because when you did the pick a card options, the Empress came out as the lead card, the protagonist card for pile 3. So let me see what our latest slew of cards tells us in terms of what advice do your spirit guides have for you during the time of the Mercury retrograde. So the plans that you may have had, the plans that you may have made, you invested a lot of time, I would say, in making these plans, or you made these plans a long time ago. It may have been something to do with your family, or something that is foundational to you that is going to change, or something that you wanted for a long time. from your childhood, from your past, from your foundational times, because this is a collective energy reading, so I cannot specifically pinpoint it for each of you, but take what resonates. So the plans could be something to do with your childhood, something that you've wanted for a long time. It could be about something that is foundational to you. For example, like, you know, okay, I'm supposed to move to a new job starting the 1st of May, and maybe now the company comes in and tells you, okay, you know, we can't start the 1st of May because the 1st of May is a public holiday, it's Labor Day, so you will start on the 2nd of May, for example. Something foundational in terms of, like, you know, a big important foundation layer of your life. Okay. You may not see this opportunity or this change for the good that it can bring, for the good that it is supposed to bring, because you may just be thinking, it's a change, I've been planning this for so long and I don't want things to change. I you know, I've got to change 20 other things now. You may not want to change because it's so much trouble, but what you don't see is that it is something that is meant to happen for you. It will bring new good for you, a new beginning with the Fool, a wonderful, abundant beginning with the Empress. So take it as it comes. Pile 2. Take it as it comes. It already looks like a wonderful, beautiful change with the Empress, with the Fool. There's a lot of joy, there's a lot of happiness. It's not a big crashing havoc disaster moment for you. So it already looks like a good thing. So take it as it comes and just be cool, calm, and collected about it. Okay? Your plans may involve other people. Your plans may involve other people in the 3D world, but no problem. Everything will be sorted out very quickly. You will know what to do. You will know what should be the next step you'll take, or you will have some inspiration or some ideas that come to you about how am I going to manage this sudden change. So I wouldn't worry very much at all if I were you. Just as it comes in, as that notification or communication comes into you, tell yourself, haha, okay, this has happened. Now let me see what I need to do next. Because and don't make any final decisions yet, probably until May the 14th. That don't make the decision that will come from you. If let's say, taking the example that I gave just now, you know, if the company tells you don't start on May the 1st, start on May the 2nd, you know, that's okay. That's them telling you. You can say, yeah, okay. But if they ask you when you want to start, as much as you can, perhaps you can try to delay a decision till later of May the 14th. Or you could even tell them that, you know, could I start the May of 15th of May, like half of the month, you know, if you can. If you cannot, it's okay. Okay, just go with the flow. Go with the flow, relax, and think happy thoughts, think positive thoughts. People always underestimate the worth and the value and the energies that happy thoughts give us. You know, it sounds very cliche, right? Happy thoughts, think happy thoughts. Everybody can say that. But if you really get down to the brass tacks of it, when you think happy thoughts, it releases, scientifically, it releases great hormones in you. Energetically, it lifts you up. I would say emotionally and spiritually, you come across with the better aura. Just because you're happy, because the look on your face or the light that's shining from behind your eyes already makes you more attractive to other people. And when I say attractive, I don't mean in an aesthetic sense. I don't mean, oh, she's so pretty, he's so cute, he's so handsome. I don't mean it in that sense. But you're attractive because when I see that smile or that light in your eyes or that glow about you or that joy in your step, you know, when I see that, unconsciously, I want to be close to you. I want to be happy together with you. So that's attractive to everybody that's out there in the world. And people, you know, people love being with people who make them feel happy. So don't think about happy thoughts as something being very cliche or mundane anymore, pal. Too, if there's one thing you can do going forward in your life, thinking happy thoughts brings a lot of good energy, a lot of positivity to you that you don't even realize. But other people, unconsciously or consciously, they are attracted to that. All right, so now we're going to use the Everyday Witch deck to get any ideas or specific things you can do during the Mercury retrograde that may be helpful for you, healing for you, pleasing for you. Okay. Do during the period of the Mercury at retrograde. What can be good for Pal 2 to do during the Mercury retrograde? Last shuffle. Okay, so we have got the Page of Wands, Pile 2. Page of Wands, beautiful. 2 of Pentacles. Perfect. The Moon. Five of Pentacles. And lastly, we've also got the Five of Wands. So we've got the Five of Wands 2 times here, which, yep, Mercury retrograde. But you see, again, even in these 2 cards, you know, there's no big fight. There's no big disappointment and anger and violence. You know, so it's just a difference of opinion or a misunderstanding, which may happen during the Mercury retrograde. It's okay. Take it in your stead. There's also the Five of Pentacles here. With the difference of opinions, with the change in plans, you may feel this Five of Pentacles energy in your 3D world. You may feel like, oh man, you know, there's a lack of good order, of structure, of things just going successfully. You may feel like, oh shucks, it's a cold winter's day, metaphorically, right? But like I said, no worries, because you do have such great indicators for beautiful, beautiful new starts with the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune, as well as the Empress. And I would say a couple of things here. These 3 cards, Pile 2, spend, and this I would say for everybody. I think it's a wonderful way to rejuvenate yourself. Take some time to go nature bathing. Spend time out in nature, out in the grasslands, out in the hills, with trees, with plants, out in your garden. Plant something if you can, or if you have the inclination to plant something, because nature really helps to rejuvenate us. And you will see in these 3 cards, just like in pile 1, out of 5 cards that we've drawn out now, we've got, like, you know, 3 cards that show you verdant green nature scenes. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the first card that came out for you, the Page of Cups. Perhaps indulge in some easy, creative, no right or wrong kind of activities, because, you know, if you do something that's really serious, that has big implications, whether it's right or wrong, then the Mercury retrograde period may not be the best time for you to do this. But in art, in nature, in a creative pursuit, there is no right or wrong. Look, you can even see like this little boy's got splatters of paint all over him. So indulge, I would say. Not too much. Don't overindulge. That could happen as well during the Mercury retrograde and you don't even realize it. But maybe I shouldn't use that word indulge, but just partake in some creative endeavors where nobody can say that you're right or you're wrong, this is horrible, this is beautiful. All that's important is what you think. Go out into the nature, breathe fresh air, look at the clear blue skies. Just have some fun, some easy fun. Okay, easy fun. I love to say that. It sounds wonderful, right? Easy is good, fun is good, easy fun is fantastic. So 2 of Pentacles, keep a balance on yourself. Don't overdo something, don't underdo something. Don't be like, okay, the Mercury retrograde is here, I'm just gonna sit at home and not go out, not do anything, not talk to anybody, not see anybody, so that nothing bad can happen. Nope, let's not do that. Don't also overindulge like we mentioned. So just keep a calm balance on yourself. Somebody says something bad to you, something you think is bad, or something that was you felt said in a snippy way, just let it go. If it didn't have such a big impact on you, just let it go, because now is the time to try and retreat a little bit into yourself. Be careful with your words, be careful with your mouth, be careful with your emotions. Just keep a balance. Okay, if you can't remind yourself of balance, try to imprint this in your memory. See, just balancing things that happen in your daily life, right? And this one, the moon, I want to tell you, pal, to maybe pay attention to your dreams. If any dreams come along, there may be some hidden messages or symbolicism in your dreams that will either tell you about the opportunities that you might have for your new endeavor. Because remember, we are having that new change for you, right? So pay attention to your dreams, just in case the universe is trying to tell you something through your dreams. So that is what I have for you, pal 2. And I hope that it's been a wonderful reading, because it really does look like the change that is happening for you during the Mercury retrograde brings you good things, positive things, new light to your life. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment below. I love reading through your comments, and if you want to see more readings like this, please subscribe to my channel, The 3 Lotus Tarot. Until I see you in the next one, bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3. You've chosen the card of the Empress. A beautiful card, a lot of nurture, a lot of love, a lot of kindness, and the Empress is usually very associated with Mother Earth. It symbolizes the divine feminine, sometimes very connected with pregnancies and becoming a mother or a parent. And that may be something that you want to check out for yourself if you are in that condition. Okay, so let's take some more cards for you so that we can figure out your entire... Wow, card just dropped out. So that we can figure out your entire message. All right, Pile 3. So... Spirit guides from the universe, light and source, angels, and my high self, can we please get some advice for pile 3 on how to approach and work through the Mercury retrograde period of April 21st to May 14th. Please, can we get some guidance, some advice for pile 3? How to navigate the Mercury retrograde. Let's look at these cards first. So firstly, we've got the Page of Swords come out. We've got the Queen of Cups. As well as the Six of Cups. I really get the message, pile 3, for some of you, that you ought to check your condition if you are pregnant or not, because we've got a card of the Six of Cups here, which for me always speaks of foundations in life or childhood or children. So this coming together with the Empress as well as also the Queen of Cups, for some of you, seriously, this may be an indication. You may get notification about it, test results, some communication that tells you, some information that tells you that you may be pregnant. Okay, but let's get some more cards. Let's see, the cards are not jumping out today, so perhaps communication from spirit to us is also coming out in a more slow form. Angels, please get some more guidance for pile 3 on how they should navigate the Mercury retrograde. Okay, let's look at this. So firstly, we've got the Nine of Swords, and then we've got the Knight of Pentacles, as well as the Hierophant. Okay, so there's a situation here that is weighing or is going to weigh on your mind. It's going to give you a lot of headaches and sleepless nights, and you're wondering, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? The Nine of Swords. Okay, communication is coming, which is going to come maybe slowly, which is also very symptomatic of the Mercury retrograde. Everything is coming either slowly, there's misunderstanding, there's misalignment, things just don't move as smoothly and as successfully as we would like them to. So since the Knight of Pentacles came out in conjunction with the Page of Swords, I'm wondering if this is Spirit's advice to us that prepare for communication or information, knowledge to come rather slowly, because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck, the slowest. Look, I mean, his horse is basically standing still, right? But this is a card that has to do with your 3D world, you know, your life, your material world on planet Earth. So the Knight, instead of rushing in, usually having a lot of forward movement, a lot of action, is now here seen standing still. His horse is standing still. So there may be information that's coming to you in a very slow manner. This may be information to do with established norms or organizations, legal organizations, education, marriage. It's an institution that is, you know, a very foundational part of our lives. The Hierophant is actually the male counterpart of the High Priestess. The High Priestess is all about intuition and foresight, following your gut instinct, whereas the Hierophant is the other counterpart to her and is connected with all the knowledge and information about the other side, the not so intuitive side, but the factual side, the side that's there, the side that's made up already, you know. So there could be delays. I just had a thought in my head that, you know, for some of you, I spoke about the possibility of pregnancy earlier. This could be something that's weighing on your mind because you could be waiting for a proposal of marriage, and the proposal of marriage could be coming in slow. You could be up in your feels all about it, you know, because with pregnancy, there can be a lot of considerations that you have to introduce to your life. Things have to change. You have to take good care of yourself. There may be financial concerns. There may be, oh my gosh, we got to get our house in order. How are we going to become a family, create a family? You know, different considerations for different people. So that could be a potential for you, pile 3. And the situation that's happening, maybe the slowness of information coming or offers coming could be very well a symptom of the Mercury retrograde. And I would advise you, as per all the 1-2 piles that went before, take it slow, take it chill. Okay, there's no big worrisome trouble, pile 3, as you can see here from your cards. The only card that may give you some concern is the 9 of Swords, which talks about, you know, mental struggle in your head. But everything else, you know, shows happiness and light. Even the Knight of Pentacles, even though he's the slowest moving knight, he is still a knight. So, you know, he's still about action, about taking action, about doing things. So, whatever may happen in your situation, it's still going to come. It's just coming a little bit slower. And the Knight of Pentacles is already a slow-moving knight. That may be compounded further by the Mercury retrograde. But all in all, your energy is the energy of the Empress. Like we shared just now, you know, nurture, kindness, love. So I don't think you have anything to worry about. You may be a lot emotional with all that mental concerns running through your head, but I would say that ride out this period gently, slowly, calmly. It is a blessing. If you are pregnant, it is a blessing. If you're not pregnant, or if pregnancy is not what you're looking for, then there is still that that energy of birthing something new. There may be something new that's coming into your life, a new person, a new pet, a new condition. So a change, there is a change, but it is a something that is, like I said, foundational to you, something that has a lot of impact in your life, or it's something that you've been wanting for a long time. So it is still a positive happening for you, it looks like. So there are positive occurrences, positive events that are occurring in the time of April 21st to May 14th, or even you may feel the effects for a little bit of time after the May 14th, but after that, you know, you still see that this is a good change, a good occurrence that has come about in your life. There's nothing scary or, you know, chaotic or destructive in your life, as we can see the spirit guides' advice to us. So forewarned, in a sense, is forearmed. You know that there is still positivity and light and cheeriness and brightness, if you can take a look at that entire spread and see the colors here. Okay, let's see if we can have any more advice for pile 3 on how to navigate the Mercury retrograde. Okay, too many cards here, so I'm going to put them back. Okay, source angels, any more advice that we can get for pile 3? What other advice can we get for pile 3? Last shuffle. Okay, so we've got the 3 of Swords come out. Heartbreak, usually something that sears your heart, your emotions. So it's things that are happening in the world that are searing your heart. But you do have the World card, which means everything comes together in the end. Everything comes together the way it should. You have a completion, usually a positive card. Yeah, so even though it comes with the heartbreak. Wheel of Fortune, I'm going to put this up here, as well as the Ace of Cups. Okay, I think I'm going to do this. So 2 very big major arcana here in your second pile of cards, pile 3. So we have the World and the Wheel of Fortune, which is all about the completion, the finishing of a cycle. The wheels have turned and you are completing one phase of your life, or one section of stuff that's happening in your life. And these are indicative of events that happen to you that are meant to happen for you. The universe is bringing about this Wheel of Fortune that turns and turns, and then there are all these, brings about all these phases of life for you. The World is like that successful completion. Everything is the way it should be. There is happiness and joy. Okay, so even though there may be stuff that's happening in your life that bring you mental concerns, sleepless nights, some heartbreak, at the end of the day, it is something that is meant to happen for you. It is not a sad, unhappy thing, and it gives you a fresh emotional perspective, or it gives you that new burst of energy, or you know, like sometimes when you just feel, okay, you know, I'm gonna wash all this away, I'm gonna put that unhappy event phase, I'm gonna close it off in my life, I'm gonna put it away, and I'm going to rejig myself in terms of emotional feelings. So I'm not going to think about that anymore. I'm going to focus on the good, I'm going to focus on the happy, I'm going to focus on myself, and being very stable and mature about it, probably. So this may be something that you need to prepare for, Pile 3, which is why our spirit guides are coming in to give you this message. Some communication basically may come to you, slow manner, or you may have an offer of that is slower to come to you. It may give you a lot of heartache, it may give you a lot of mental anguish. I don't know what to do, what should I do now? But all in all, it ends well. It is something that is meant to happen for you, whether or not it turns out the way you want it to turn out, whether or not it turns out the way you expected it to. Pile 3, remember this: the universe doesn't give us what we want, because what we want may not be for our highest good. So the universe will give us what should be, or what is meant to happen for our highest good. We may have lessons that we need to learn. We may have karmic ties, or things that need to happen for us in this lifetime. So that is what will happen, not what we want to happen necessarily. Okay, so prepare for that. Know that at the end of the day, it is an event that has to happen for you, and it will bring good things still, because the world is about successful completion. Like, you see, everything ties together. Everything ties together with no artifice, no excess unnecessary stuff. Because I'm saying this because the lady in here is oh, I have to close that up. The lady in here is, you know, not in any clothes, so she is somebody who has no artifice about her. There's nothing that needs to block her up, nothing additional or unnecessary on her. Okay, so for I'm going to put this a little bit up here so that you can still see the world, but I can't show her in her state at the moment. Okay, alrighty. So that is what we see. I am relieved, and I am happy to be of service today, channeling for you the spirit guides advice, because it does look like there's some mental complexities that will happen. You may have some worries, some anxieties, some heartbreak, but once you know about that, you can keep yourself on an even keel. You can balance yourself out, because at the end of the day, you are the Empress energy. You have that in your reading, which I hope will ground you. Okay, so I realized that my audio cut out again, guys. Can you believe it? So now let's get some cards from the Everyday Witch deck to see what specific actions we can do that your spirit guides are advising us. Specific actions for pile 3 to do. I see some great cards here. Okay, so first of all, we have the Magician, a strong card. The High Priestess. On top of the Hierophant, you remember what I said about the High Priestess and the Hierophant being counterparts of each other, right? Okay, and the Ace of Pentacles, something new coming up in your life, as well as the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups again in conjunction together. So I see this as like a fantastic wrap up of your reading, pile 3. Specific actions that your spirit guides are advising you to take on in the period of the Mercury retrograde. I want to put these 2 cards together and ask you to listen to your intuition, listen to your gut as advised by the High Priestess, and then manifest. How do you manifest? Like the Magician, you visualize it so that you can self-actualize. The Magician has everything he needs. You see, he's got all the suits here of the tarot, right? So he's got everything he needs. All you have to do is follow your intuition, follow your gut, do what is right for you in your heart, and be calm, be stable, be positive about it, and you can make it happen. And what you will manifest is a new beginning in your world, as well as a great big love. You're going to be stable and happy. Wow, I'm using the word stable a lot for you guys, pile 3, but perhaps it is really what I see in your cards. So if you are feeling, pile 3, if you're feeling a bit turbulent, just remember that your spirit guides have asked you and given you this indication that stability is the way to go. Just keep calm, keep stable, and you will be able to manifest if you follow your heart and you follow your intuition. There's a great new beginning in your life for you. Amazing. And with that, pile 3, I wish you a lot of good luck. Remember, everything happens for a reason, for your greater good. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please feel free to leave me a comment below and tell me if this reading resonated with you. I hope that it has helped you, and I truly appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel, The Three Lotus Tarot. And until I see you in the next one, bye-bye.